in each group. The top teams in all the groups will qualify, and then there will be space for 2 best runners-up to qualify to make 15, with the host, Gabon, to complete the 16-team format for the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations. What we're going to be doing now is that we're going to run through all the groups very quickly because it's a whole lot of groups from Group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, up to Group M, I think.
Yes.
All right, so let me run through very quickly. Group A, Tunisia, Togo, Liberia, Djibouti. Group B, Congo DR, Angola, Central African Republic, and Madagascar. Group C, Mali, Equatorial Guinea, Benin Republic, South Sudan, Burkina Faso, Uganda, Botswana, Comoros Island. Group E, Zambia, Congo, Kenya, Guinea-Bissau. Group F, Cape Verde, Morocco, Libya, Sao Tome and Principe. In Group G, I'm saying that one 3 times because we have Nigeria, Egypt, Tanzania, Chad. Group H, we have Ghana, Mozambique, Rwanda, Mauritius as well. Group I, Cote d'Ivoire, Sudan, Sierra Leone, Gabon. Group J, Algeria, Ethiopia, Lesotho, Seychelles in that one. And Group K, Senegal, Niger, Namibia, Burundi. Group L, Guinea, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Swaziland in that one. And then the final group is Group M, Cameroon, South Africa, Gambia, Mauritania. Top teams in all the groups will qualify. In some of the groups, 2 teams may qualify depending on whether they produce the best runners-up or not. And the group that has the host, Gabon, will only produce 1. And all the games that Gabon will play during the qualifiers will be counted as friendlies. They wouldn't really count for the points. They will just count as friendlies. That's very strange, isn't it?
Who will pay the indemnities of the country that will play in Gabon? If you are talking of a friendly match.
Well, that's what it's really strange, really,
because it's strange for Gabon. I hope they're going to feed a strong team.
Yeah, they have to.
No, even if they don't field strong teams, all their games are friendly, so it doesn't really affect the other 3 teams in the group. The result of the games between the other 3 teams.
I'm talking about the quality of the game itself.
Of games they will play. And that will be left to them because this is an opportunity for them as hosts to also get their teams ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the games. Yeah. Let's spend some time, gentlemen, very quickly to talk about our group, Group G. Dumnodi has been able to do some work to get out the full fixtures of Nigeria in our group, Group G, to tell us day 1 fixtures up to day 6. We're going to be having 6 match days for this 2017 Africa Cup of Nations, and Dumnodi has been able to tell us exactly the route that Nigeria will take to the AFCON. Our first game between the weekend of June 12 and June 14 is against Chad. That same weekend, Egypt is playing Tanzania. Our second game will be in September, so there's some time. We are playing Tanzania away in Dar es Salaam, and Egypt is playing away to Chad. That's match day 1 and match day 2. Match day 3, we are hosting Egypt. And watch that date, just midweek, we are playing Egypt midweek. The weekend of that same match day, we are going to Egypt. So we are playing Egypt in Nigeria, and then we're going to Egypt.
Double
all right.
cracker.
So that's massive. That's very massive. That will be in March 2016. Match day 3 and match day 4 for us. So please note these dates in your calendar. That will be March 2016. And then the last match day 5, Nigeria is going to Chad. That's June 2016, first week of June 2016. And then we are coming home to finish in September against Tanzania. All right. But I think, gentlemen, we've learned a few lessons from the last edition. Everybody expected Nigeria to ride over Congo, South Africa, and Sudan. Maybe not even drop any points. Maybe not even concede any goals. But we ended up not qualifying from that group. A lot of factors were responsible. Maybe we're taking our opponents for granted. Maybe not sorting out, putting our house in order, crisis in football. Everything culminated in our not qualifying last time.
Yeah, I mean, we can go say that over and over again. I think preparation is key when you're preparing for these games. There are no small teams now on the planet. You have to get your hands on deck fully, you know, from the staff, from the coaching staff, the technical staff, backroom staff, the footballers, you know, the sort of facilities you provide for them, arrangement for traveling. You know, everything has to be...
Particularly for that game,
yes,
where we will play Egypt in Nigeria on a midweek.
Yes.
and then play the weekend against Egypt.
Because
That's a very crucial time.
It is. What we expect is for Nigeria to actually make more efforts to go out on time to these places. We shouldn't be going a day before the match. It doesn't look well. We should go at least 2 to 3 days so you can prepare, you can have a feel of the grass, the pitch, the environment, the conditions.
Settle down well.
All these things that they can't. We shouldn't be doing things on a fire brigade approach. It never works for anyone. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
How do you want us to approach these qualifiers with the benefit of hindsight? What happened the last time?
For the game against Egypt, there's nothing you can do about it. You're playing the midweek and you're playing the weekend. It's either the Egyptians will push the game from Friday to Saturday or Sunday. So they have the window, because you can't play on the Wednesday and expect to just travel on that Wednesday. Just travel on the Thursday. So, and
get there on a Friday.
So I think that itself we can work around that, because we've done that before. The game against Sudan, we played against Sudan on Saturday. On the Wednesday, we're playing back in Abuja. So we used to that kind of an arrangement. But the first 3 games are very key. Before we play the division, we have to play those first 2 games against Tanzania and Chad and win those games, because Egypt is going to be a difficult opponent. The lessons we've learnt, we the same lessons we learned. They didn't qualify. They have not qualified for the Cup for a long time now. So they knew what was at stake. The way they played the last qualifier, it was the game against Senegal at home that eventually sealed. Of course, that's what it means. So we have to take that game very serious. By the time because if we don't take out teams like Tanzania and Chad, we struggle against them. I don't think we can play divisions. Given
so the lesson for us, as what you are saying,
they have a new coach.
One game, they have a Tokupa as the coach.
And the guy has been working. Coach. The guy has been working and he's doing a lot of work. And the Egyptians knew what's at stake this time around. They missed the Nations Cup 3 times, and they want to miss it for a 4th time.
All right. So the lesson for us is pick it one game at a time. Yes. Start picking your points from day one. What killed us in 2015 was that our first game against Congo, we lost it.
Yeah.
Went to South Africa, didn't win.
We drew.
Went to Sudan.
Started chasing the group.
Yeah. Went to Sudan.
Didn't win. It became mission impossible. So even when we turned it around, the pressure was so much in the last game, we just couldn't measure up. So I think the message for the Nigerian Football Federation is, let us start to prepare now. Thank God, between our first game and our second game, there's about a month or 2 for us to put our house together. So I think the approach is 1 game at a time. Yes. Prepare for the first game, 3 points, keep it in the bag. Second game, just go on and on and on.
Know the number of players to use. Know the ones that will be available. Know those, because we have to use. It's going to be a blend. We have to ensure we engage the home-based players this time around, because there are games that the professional may not be available, because CAF is trying to do what we call cash programs, and that's what they do. So we have to do cash programs
for the World Cup. So that will also choke the program.
And in September we are going 1 week, like 2 weeks. The last game is going to be 2 weeks after the season just started in Europe. Because some of these seasons in England will start in August, and you know what it means for some of our players in Europe. So we have to do what we call cash.
Even the game in June will be coming when the players are on break, European break. So you have to monitor these players and ensure that they are in tip-top shape. That was what happened in the game against Congo. Our players were coming out of holidays, they were rusty, they were not fit, and the Congo team just messed us up. So we really need to monitor. At the end of the season, camping must start on time. The players must be in tip-top shape, no holidaying, partying around.
The same thing we said about the home-based players last time. They didn't take advantage of that. They must use the home-based players this time. That's the truth of the matter. Use them as backup. If you don't get your professional players and the players start giving excuses,
I think,
know what to call.
I think over the last 2 or 3 years, Nigeria has been using home-based players. So there's a lot of
injection of home-based players.
So I think they're good in that department.
All right. Let me just quickly move to some other issues very quickly before we go on a break and then bring in Sisi to join us on Sports Tonight. The Dream Team are traveling tomorrow. They are going to Zambia tomorrow for the second leg of the final round of the All Africa Games qualifier. The first leg ended goalless, and Siasia has injected some Flying Eagles players into the team and is hoping that these boys will go to Lusaka and get the result for Nigeria. That game, first leg ended goalless. So what we need in the second leg is a score draw or win outrightly to qualify for the next round. And then, of course, when we return from the break, we'll talk about the Flying Eagles. The professional list of 35 has also been released by the Nigerian Football Federation. We'll talk about the Falcons as well on Sports Tonight. So join us again.